have to run your own race. Here's why this is important. At the end of the day, we're all given our own unique gifts. Good day, family. I'm out here on my second walk of the day. I wanted to share something that I think is so crucial to remember. In life, you have to run your own race. Here's why this is important. At the end of the day, we're all given our own unique gifts. God made you, God blessed you, God celebrated you by giving you gifts. You might come to think that He didn't, but understand that you're still breathing, so there's a purpose on your life. There's something that you're supposed to give to the world to make it better than how you found it. When we talk about running your own race, I see this so much in youth basketball. I love to coach it. One, my son plays it. Two, there's just so much about sports in general, but definitely I love basketball because it teaches you so many things. I oftentimes look at when we're warming up, right? We have 8, 9, 10 boys, depending on how many we have that weekend. And you'll start seeing that everybody, if it's 3 balls, right, we start out with layups, then we go mid-range, then we go 3 balls. Not everybody can shoot the 3, if we're honest. The 3 is statistically the hardest shot that there is. The best shooter in the world only shoots 46% from 3-point range, right? So when you think about that, everybody's trying to shoot the 3. But you have some kids that in 7th grade are 6'3", 6'4" years old, 230 pounds. They don't shoot the 3 that well. Now, am I to say that they won't be a point guard as they get to college? Maybe they've just grown a little bit earlier? Absolutely not. Am I to say that they can't develop their shot, work on their form shooting, and then become one of the best shooters in college or state, whatever? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is right now, understand that your gift is not their gift. So if your gift is you're 6'3", if your gift is that you're 6'4", you got to figure out, what am I doing very well right now that I can continue to capitalize on? Because why? My gift is what comes easy for me and harder for others, right? A lot of people, they don't think that way, and they think that, man, what everybody else is doing, I got to be doing. If everybody's shooting a 3 ball, I got to be shooting a 3 ball. But the news flash is, at the end of the day, somebody else might be shooting a 3 ball because they don't have your gift. If they had 6'4", 6'5" height, if they were 230 pounds, maybe that they could focus on drop stepping in the paint. Maybe that they could focus on getting 20 rebounds a game. Right? They wouldn't have to use the 3 because everybody's trying to figure out what can they bring to this world. And so I share that with you because I want you thinking about, what do you bring to this world? What is uniquely your gift? We all have one. And if you understand that part, you understand that at the end of the day, other people are going to slow down. Some people are going to speed up. But my whole job is to be the best version of me. God gave me some gifts and He said, I want you to live it out. You're a king. Why? Because you're made in my image, my name, and my likeness. And if you believe that that is true, that means that you got to live out your journey. Everybody's journey is different, right? But at the end of the day, the fact that you can lay your head down and be at peace to say, man, I'm doing what He told me I need to be doing. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I think many people, if they continue, and I always say this because the best thing that we could ever do in life, right, is be reminded. Be reminded. We say all the time, like, we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. We learn things at a very young age, but a lot of the times we don't act on those things. We don't capitalize on those things. Why? It's because we're always learning new things. We're always learning new things. But at the end of the day, we all could agree that discipline is the thing that really makes anybody successful. That's not just in money. That's not just in business. I'm talking about in life. If you think about it, somebody, they're successful in marriage. How? Why? Well, most of the time, if I ask you who is successful in marriage, anybody who's been married 50 years. Really, why? Because that's a long time. Most people don't make it that way. Okay. Well, why do you think they were married for 50 years? Because they stayed down with each other. They stayed disciplined. Right? What does that mean? That means when there was all of the temptation in the world, when they could have went and seen if the grass was greener on the other side, or they could have just given up, they could have quit. They didn't do that. What did they decide to do? They decided to stick it out. They decided to say, you know what, I'm going to see if my God here today has me in faith, also has me in harmony. Because when you're in faith and you're in harmony, you're at peace. That's when you got real poetry. And so I wanted to share that because every day I think we have an opportunity to decide if we're going to walk in faith or if we're going to walk in fear. Walking in fear is having a scarcity mindset. Walking in fear is saying that I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough. But walking in faith is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the next person around me has. Why? It's because I'm still breathing. I don't know if they're going to be around for 15 years. I don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. I don't know what opportunities they have, but I know that I got a lot of opportunities. And so I wanted to share this because I think that it's something that keeps me grounded and rooted every single day. I tell all of my clients this. I tell all of my friends, my family this. Like, I oftentimes am operating off of faith because that's all I have. When I'm taking risks, people always tell me all the time, they say, man, I'm so proud of you. You know, from where you came from in high school, what you came from in Chicago, whatever else, I'm so proud of you. But a lot of the times they don't know that the only reason why I got what I got is because somebody continued to bless me. I truly believe that when I lost my mom, I gained an additional angel. God was always by my side, but a lot of the times, again, we're trying to get things to speed up in our life and we're wondering why it doesn't. Well, maybe it's because you're not talking to enough of your angels. That's not to say that God can't do it, because he will make a way, but he's going to make a way on his time, just like anyone else. But if you get somebody else that's also looking out for you, that's a disciple of God, that's right up there with God, in my opinion, that's a way for you to be able to, get another angel, or how do we even want to say it? This is an interesting one. It's another way for you to get another angel, is the best word to put, right, on your side, to try to speed up your process. It still might not happen, but there's no better opportunity than for you to do that. So, again, just remember, at the end of the day, you're blessed. You're blessed to still be breathing. You're blessed to still be smiling. You're blessed to still have an opportunity to go after your dream today, to try to turn that dream into a reality. If you woke up today, you got to ask yourself, what's your meaning of life? If it's to go out and live a life by your design, that means you got to go out and you got to seize the moment. You got to seize the day. I remember when I was younger, it's probably about 7th grade. Crazy enough, son's in 7th grade. I first heard the saying, Carpe Diem. Seize the day, right? So wherever you are, I hope this message finds you in great spirits, but more importantly, I hope this message finds you at a place where you're ready to receive it. Run your race and understand that you are uniquely gifted. You have all of the intangibles for you to go out and change the world in your own way. But you got to believe it, and you got to remember in the dream you trust. So for this one, catch you on the next one.